What's up everyone, my name is Alexander, and today we bring you BlamByte's top 7 Halo Online maps. Halo Online has very few maps. Some of them are new, some of them are remasters, and some of them are completely original. Halo Online's ElDewrito mod has brought us many fond memories, as many people have created a ton of game types, maps, and so forth. But today, we are only going to be picking our top 7 favorite Halo Online maps. Let's get right on into it. At number 7, we're making our debut on HighGround. HighGround, or Outpost C9, offers a defend the base type of gameplay, where the red team spawns in the base and the blue team spawns near the beach. HighGround is an asymmetrical type of map, where blues have to work their way up and reds have to go down. HighGround made its debut in the Halo 3 multiplayer beta and was released with Halo 3, and then was ported into Halo Online many years later. The goal of the red team is to defend the base with whatever resources and utilities they have available, and the goal of the blue team is to take over the base and eradicate the red team, further defending the new base that they had just acquired. HighGround is a medium-sized map. Long-range weapons and short-range weapons can play both a vital role on the battlefield, alongside equipment. There are various UNSC and Covenant weapons on this map that can be used. HighGround is a very flexible map that can work with a variety of game types ranging from Slayer, Assault, VIP, Territories, Infection, and so forth. We are very happy to have HighGround in our game because the map has brought many fun game types and mini-games, Infection and SWAT most certainly being one of the funnest games that we have played on this map. At number 6, we're heading on over to Russia to check out Icebox. Icebox, or Turf, is a small urban map that heavily specializes on close-quarter combat. The map was remade and redesigned in Halo Online by Saber Interactive, but the changes are only internal, visual, and locational. Those changes being snow on the ground, the map being set in the futuristic city of Tyumen in the Russian Federation instead of Liberty Street in Old Mombasa, and the map being renamed from Turf to Icebox. Obviously, if you look around the map, there would be a linguistic change to accommodate for the map's relocation. While Icebox only does have one sniper rifle, any other type of long-range weapon, such as a beam rifle, are entirely absent from the map, where players are expected to use medium to close-range weapons on the map as well. Icebox has always been known to be a pretty small map, a map where players can get a quick dose of non-stop action for 15 or so minutes. The game is definitely a rush type of map, it's definitely something to always check your corners, and it's just such a beautifully designed map, even the old one, might I add. On a side note, the map looks very pretty when it's nighttime. The map would make for some perfect Halo 3 ODST type of Slayer maps and gameplay. At number 5, we're swimming on over to Last Resort. Sandtrap made its first debut in Halo 2 back in 2004, but then was remade in Halo 3 in 2007. Last Resort features numerous additions and changes while being nearly similar to its original predecessor. Last Resort, or Zanzibar, is an urban fortress with a beach in front of it fortified by a rock wall and is surrounded by hills and steep ledges. The power station is located at the Zanzibar Municipal Turbine 7 in Zanzibar Island, further located on Earth. Last Resort sports a couple of notable locations, these locations being the generator station, Camp Frohman where the sniper rifle spawns, the Transformers, the beach before the base itself, and most famously, the Wind Wheel. Last Resort has always been a very memorable map for its design and playability. Last Resort works tremendously well with a variety of game types, making it the perfect universal map, and that is a very great aspect to have, especially for the flow of the game and for the map itself. The design of the map is most certainly something that is loved by many people. It is easily recognizable, it is something that we are very happy to have in the game, and it's just a really fun map to play on. It's an iconic one just like most of the maps in this list. At number 4, we are flying on over to Sandtrap. Sandtrap is a massive map that has been played numerous times. It was featured in both Halo 3 and Halo Online. It should be noted that there are no changes between the Xbox version and the PC version. Sandtrap has many unique aspects to the map. Sandtrap takes place in a wasteland on the Ark, as you can tell by the sand bearing these mysterious structures. The few unique aspects about Sandtrap is that this map has 2 elephants with the exception of Sandtrap's only variation, Sandtarp. The second unique aspect is a massive frigate, Aegis Fate, which also makes an appearance on the PC exclusive map, Reactor, in Halo Online. Sandtrap had a very interesting development phase. It went through a couple of remakes and went through several revisions. But for the final product of Sandtrap, we have a map that's very fun to play on, a map that heavily emphasizes vehicles. Sandtrap specializes in both infantry and vehicular warfare, making it the perfect big team battle map. In fact, did you know that in 2005, developer Justin Hayward had the goal to make, quote, the ultimate Warthog map, where players can employ the use of Warthogs and other vehicles? We said that Sandtrap is a perfect vehicular map, especially knowing the design of the map and all the potential that it has. Sandtrap has 3 ways for players to drive. There's a very smooth drive on one side of the map, there's the middle portion of the map, which is arguably the most dangerous because hostiles can jump down or fire down upon the player, and then there's a third way where there's a giant ramp in the middle of the road. That ramp can be both dangerous to drive on, but also useful to get up on the sand dune. The mention cannot be avoided. Sandtrap made for excellent custom games. Who does not remember the old days of Drive or Die, a game that is very prominent in Halo Online's ElDewrito mod, or games like Pirate, where players had to be on the elephants and only travel using mongooses to other elephants. A lot of players recreated these old memorable game types in the ElDewrito mod, which definitely contributed to reminding many OG Halo 3 players of the classic custom games. For number 3, we are taking a look around Edge. There isn't too much to say about Edge other than it's mysterious but equally as unique. It was made and designed by Saber Interactive. Edge is one of those underrated maps that doesn't get played a whole lot. Edge takes place on the human colony of Partition. The planet of Partition is known to have various mountain ranges and lush temperate rainforests. The planet of Partition itself was originally the site of a Forerunner data facility. Back to Edge, the map's appearance has a really amazing look to it. It has a mixture of metallic with neon lights. However, it does have the art direction of Halo 4. On the back of the map, there is a giant database of sorts with flying constructors managing them. The middle of the map has a bridge with a rocket launcher on it, with a giant fall underneath. The front of the map is just exposed, opening up to a location. It makes me wonder how the map was exposed or how it got there in the first place. Who knows? Uniquely enough, Edge has a giant playable area outside of its normal map. Just like Forge World, it is abnormally large. The map is absolutely gorgeous, but still, the out-of-bounds area of Edge is most certainly unique. For number 2, we are going to be revisiting Diamondback. Diamondback is a remake of Halo 3's Avalanche, which was then based off of Halo Combat Evolved's Sidewinder. Diamondback's layout is almost the same as it was in Halo 3, but anyone can immediately see the differences between Halo 3's Avalanche and Halo Online's Diamondback. The most obvious change is in terrain. On Halo 3, Avalanche was obviously a very cold and snowy place, but now that we have Diamondback, it's a very warm and dusty place. In lore, Avalanche took place on Installation 08, but now on Diamondback, it is on an unidentified Forerunner moon. There are still a lot of features that are the same, such as the side man cannons, the turrets, the bases, minus their camouflage, and obviously the U-shaped area with the indoor areas.
Say what?
Going inside the middle of the map may be a surprise to those who have not seen the redesign before. The gameplay still feels the same back as it did in Halo 3, but there are still obviously a few changes. Diamondback works best with games like Big Team Slayer, Oddball, Capture the Flag, and generally any game type. Surely enough, it was really interesting to see a remaster of Avalanche come onto Halo Online as Diamondback. we are sticking with the classics, the recognizable, and the iconic Valhalla. Valhalla has been with us since Halo 3's release in 2007. It is a spiritual successor to Blood Gulch and Coagulation. It also reappeared in Halo 4. Valhalla is a very large map, and it serves very good for vehicles, long-range battles, and skirmishes. The map also serves very well with objective game types, such as Assault, Big Team Battle, Capture the Flag, Free-for-all, Infection, Race, and more. Unlike its predecessors, Valhalla now has a waterfall, a running lake, a Great White North, a Forerunner wall, and a giant lake behind the map. Valhalla serves very well for snipers who want to defend their base, but it also does very well for vehicular warfare, where users will take a Warthog or two and raid the enemy base. Each base offers 2 man cannons. The main man cannon will launch players straight into the action, near the objective or near the Spartan laser. However, players going this route will be met with fierce opposition on the other side of the hill, so it's always best to go with a team or have support from afar. The second man cannon will launch players straight towards an open area where the mongoose and turret normally spawn. Although this is a very subtle way for players to flank the base, skirmishes commonly happen on this side of the map. Valhalla has always been a very popular map in Halo 3. It was prominently featured in Rooster Teeth's Halo Machinima, Red vs. Blue, alongside other well-known Halo Machinimas from over a decade ago.
Who the hell are you?
Your mom.
Eat rockets, bitch!
Not only is Valhalla good for general gameplay and Machinima, but it was also arguably one of the best and most popular Halo 3 maps to be made. The ElDewrito mod benefits greatly from this map due to its sheer popularity from Halo 3. Valhalla has a ton of potential, even for Forge and custom games. Valhalla has a lot of potential for even Forge itself. There are multiple areas within Valhalla that are perfect for forging. You have the Great White North up above, you have the base map, you have the lake, you have the giant space up above, and you could really make any map that you desire using Valhalla. Valhalla has the best potential for big team battles where the entire map can be utilized, even the space above. We hope that you enjoyed this video. Do you agree with our list? Let us know. Sign up if you haven't and tell us what you think. If you do agree, make sure that you subscribe to us. We will catch you in the next video.